Hey folks, this is Vint with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to quickly check out Stargate Timekeepers. This is a game that you can find on Steam for about $30. Now, as of the date of recording, you can pre-purchase it for $30, and then it'll release on January 23rd, 2024. And I'll be completely honest with you, okay? I could not stomach this game for longer than 10 minutes. I love Stargate. I'm a huge Stargate fan. SG-1, Atlantis, and Universe. I loved Universe, and I can't believe it was canceled after 2 seasons. What were they thinking? Anyway, so Stargate. I love the show. I really do. This game, not so much. Unfortunately, I was looking forward to a Stargate game. I've always said this game Stargate in general does not have many video games named after it. And those that do pop up are awful. This is no exception. They took the game Commandos, which is a small squad real-time strategy game where you move a squad around, each character has different abilities, and you're trying to, for the most part, stealth or muscle your way through point A to point B. And that's it. Each mission, you're supposed to be completing an assigned set of goals. Now, I played Star Trek Away Team, which was very similar to Commandos, and I liked that. But keep in mind, that was 10, 20 years ago. This game looks like it was made 10 or 20 years ago, which is unfortunate. So what you have here is a Stargate-themed Commando game that looks like crap, and the interface and the controls are awful. I'm sorry, they are. I failed the first mission 5 times because of misclicks. In one situation, I got a P90, but then I was trying to fire it at the enemy, and my character turned completely around, then shot in the other direction, and then I died. I gave up after that. I shut the game off. I'm like, never again. And I'm like, I know what you're thinking. Well, Vince, if you hated the game that much, why are you even making a video right now? Well, part of my, I don't want to say job, but part of my thing, part of what my goal is to educate people on games as they come out, or games that they may have missed that have released a while ago. And you have to take the good with the bad. And there's going to be some bad, and you just have to accept that. There's a lot of people that are like, oh, you're constantly spouting, and you're just angry all the time. Well, I wouldn't be angry all the time if developers made competent games. And then I'd also be mad. I'm mad that they screwed this up, is what I'm saying. There was so much potential for the game to be something completely different. This could have been XCOM. That makes much more sense. I would have loved to manage Cheyenne Mountain, send SG teams through the gate, explore worlds in a real-time strategy setting, maybe build some bases, nothing crazy, but something, and fight off this global threat, or maybe the replicators, or whatever foe that you can think of from the Stargate universe. I wanted it in an XCOM-y, real, world threat kind of situation. XCOM would have been perfect for the Stargate universe. It really would have been. But no, they had Commandos. What a weird design choice. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, okay, I'll be honest, I didn't like Commandos. I like Star Trek Away Team to a point, but I'm not into the nitty-gritty, gotta get the precise stealth movements down, or else they see you, the vision cone that waves back and forth constantly, throwing the bullet casing over here, throwing the rock over there. I'm not into those games as much as other people are, so maybe that's where my displeasure is coming in here. But even still, the fact that, anyone should be able to play a game like this, and it frustrated me. I couldn't get past the first level, even on story mode, which was, it was just awful. And in story mode, they take away the need for resource gathering, whereas in normal mode, there is limited resources. So, like, I wanted limited resources, but I didn't want the enemies to be too hard either. So anyway, getting back to what I'm saying, like, this game just, in my opinion, completely missed the mark. They turned Stargate into this commando game that looks awful. Like, it looks like it was made in the 90s. I'm sorry. There are other games out there that do this genre better and look nicer to boot. Okay? Yeah, there's tactical mode. Well, if I could get it to work right, great. Like, I was constantly misclicking. Like, the execute button was on the top, kind of like it blended in with the background scenery, so I missed it. I couldn't figure out what I was supposed to do with this stupid tactical mode. It was just not user friendly, not intuitive. Just I'm sorry, but this is a no go for me. And they're charging $30 for this. $30 for a game that looks like it's 10 or 20 years old. Okay, and it's completely the wrong theme. Okay, it's like if I mean Star Trek Away Team in the day, again, you could argue, well, Vince, Star Trek Away Team doesn't make a whole lot of sense either. And yeah, I grant you that. But that was, what, 20 some years ago? We're in 2024 now, and we're still releasing games that look like this. And act like this, okay? I tried playing Star Trek Away Team now that I'm 40-something, and I couldn't stomach it. So, my patience wears thin as the years go on. So take that into account, okay? This is not a review. This is more of like a first impressions kind of thing, and I just wanted to voice my displeasure about this whole game. I'm sorry, but they keep postponing the launch of it for what? What exactly are they postponing the launch for? It doesn't smell better. Let me tell you that. It doesn't. So yeah, I'm sorry, but I cannot recommend this game. Not for $30. Maybe it's a $5 game, $10 game, maybe, but $30? I don't think so. Only die-hard Commando fans that also like Stargate would probably be interested in this. I'm a hardcore Stargate fan. I am not a hardcore Commando fan at all. Again, I think XCOM managing an entire Stargate team, command center would have been more appropriate. Or even Atlantis, like, I want to, maybe just control the Atlantis, the power allocation, the power struggles they were having for the first 2 seasons or so before, Earth finally got in contact with them. Stuff like that, or even Universe. I want more management. I want to be able to control more SGOA teams at once. Various things like that. This just feels out of place to me. It's just a personal opinion, though, so take that for what you will. I say no. $30, absolutely not. This is Vince. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you all next time. Take care.